Something I was asked recently that I feel like is really important to talk about is it ever appropriate to lose weight or navigate weight loss when you have a history of disordered eating, chronic dieting, and or a missing period? And I want to make it really clear that this is definitely going to be so personal to how healed your relationship with food and your body actually is. Because when we start thinking about intentional fat loss, weight loss, whatever you want to call it, there's gonna be some restriction. There's gonna be more exercise. There's gonna be something that is going to be manipulating your weight. And for many people, when you have a history for so long of chronic dieting or not eating enough, having a missing period, that might bring up a lot of uncomfortable things. And for many people who have gone through such extremes, your body might not be able to handle it. Because the thing is, your body never forgets. It's kind of like that book, The Body Keeps Score. If you have had a missing period for 10 years, for example, your body's going to remember that it was under a great deal of stress from either overexercise or under eating. And so when we think about navigating caloric restriction again, like your body might perceive that as that stress that it has been under for so long. Therefore, you may end up having some hormone issues again in the future. This isn't to say, because I feel like this is going to scare a lot of people away, this isn't to say that weight loss never can happen, but it's about how you go about it. Now, again, I'm a dietitian. I'm not here to take away your right to want to lose weight, but we have to be really intentional about the ways that we go about doing this. That's not going to harm your body in the process, nor your relationship to food and exercise. So I have worked with clients who were able to lose a little bit of weight after, restoring their cycle or working through their issues with food. But we have to really make sure, like I said, your relationship to food is in a really good place and that we're not dabbling into some messy waters of going back to really disordered behaviors, which again is why it's so important to work with a professional, a dietitian like myself, to help you navigate those food struggles. So that way, when you're navigating that, it doesn't kind of become this like slippery a slope again to ed behaviors. And also, we need to also make sure that your body is in a really good position to be able to do that. So one big thing, a lot of ladies will get like one period back and they're like, okay, I'm ready to start losing weight. It's not the right time to go about doing so because you might end up just losing that period right again. All that to say, I know this is really a messy subject because there's certain people who are listening to this who might not be in a place where that's actually going to be appropriate. And then I have some people who maybe it is. Again, my job is not to take away your right to want to lose weight, but sometimes we have to really get clear as to why do I want to lose weight? Is this actually appropriate for my body and my needs? And where is my relationship with food and my body actually at? And we can go from there. So if you guys have any questions about this, you can feel free to DM me. If you need support with, navigating this as well, I would love to work with you on a more personal level to make sure that we're taking the right steps in supporting your body the best. I do have a link in my bio if you're interested, or you can shoot me a message and we can see what would be the best approach for you.